accolade of being chosen by a man. There isn't one. That's never a win. If anything, it's an L. To be chosen by a man, I'd rather be chosen by my community of women. I'd rather be chosen by myself. I'd rather be chosen by my children. I'd rather be chosen by other children. I'd rather be chosen by the earth than ever. Like, on the list of who I would love to be chosen by, first of all, the list is very small. It's just me. But if I had to start adding people, I would say other women would be right under me because I value women and see them as equals. And then after that, the earth, because she provides for us. And after that, children, or actually the children would be up there too. But a man is not on the list of things I desire to be chosen by. What a L.
I mean, I knew all this when I was younger, and I'm realizing it in the last few years when I began dating other men. And then, so it's so sickening. And also at work, my manager and the other men at work, even men who are younger than me, the way they look at you, right? They look at you with so much lust, in their eyes.
Yeah, they're predators. They're predators, and they consider us prey, which is so funny because when you actually study the history of patriarchy, before patriarchy existed, humans were in a matriarchal society, right? And the way that science has proven this, because of course we're going to tie everything back to science, is mammals do not outlive reproduction. We are one of the only mammalian forces to ever outlive reproduction. What does that mean? Women, when they reach menopause, in true animal, animalistic, what are the words? They're missing me. Historically, and when you look at the nature of mammals in animal kingdom, as soon as they can stop reproduction, they start declining and dying. Women in humans, women are the only animals and only mammals that actually live past reproduction and into menopause and beyond it. Why? Scientists had to obviously figure out that there's a reason why women live beyond menopause, because that's so uncommon. And it's because the only reason why we live long is because we have to continue our lineage. Everything that we do is to avoid going extinct, right? It's a part of evolution. So the reason why women and humans outlive menopause is because women carry wisdom that they give to their offsprings and other people on the planet that help us evolve long enough and learn knowledge that help us avoid dying early. So, okay, goosebumps, because women are not on this planet just for reproduction. We're actually on this planet to help our species live forever, right? And one of the main things within that is having wisdom. So the reason why women live forever is because older women, that's why I listen to so many older women, especially older women who have dated men, right? Not the woman who's 70 years old with her husband for 80 years. Yeah, I listen to her as well, but I usually listen to the majority of women, right? Because the experiences of women are so different and yet relatively the same. And they're all preaching a very good, this was really in the movie, The Odyssey. Oh, shoot. I didn't know that. Also, guys, I cannot read any of your comments on TikTok because I'm live on school, but I will get back to you guys. But that just shows you that, there's way more to us than one we are taught, which is obviously very self-explainable. I mean, we live in patriarchy. Why would they teach us anything? We have to go out and learn, or we have to go out and experience and learn from our experiences. But I think that enough is enough. Like, there's enough women that know, and it's our duty as women to teach other women. Like, imagine if we actually didn't tell each other what is going on behind closed doors or what happened in our previous relationships. Like, we would have such a different image of men, right? Because let's say we all didn't share our stories with one another when it comes to dating men or being with a man, and we at home are experiencing a toxic relationship with a man, we would think we are the issue because every other woman is having such a beautiful life with her family, her husband, she's smiling, she's good. And we would think either we're the issue or I'm toxic, maybe I'm mentally unwell, or maybe it's just this relationship with my partner. But when you realize that now that we have the ability to share our experiences so easily through social media, right? You realize, oh shit, we're actually all going through this in different aspects, whether it's dating or being courted or living with a man or whatever. It's like, wow, there's like the knowledge that we have today is so empowering, and it's up to us to continue to share that. Like, you're divorced, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So like, you clearly have gone through a stage that, you know, unmarried women have not, that women who don't have children have not. And like, we need women like you to teach us your experience, not to scare us away, but to give us data so we can make well-informed decisions. You know, it's not about sharing your experience when it's negative as a woman. It's never meant to be a scare tactic to get women to be like, don't date a man and stay away from all men and blah, 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 blah. Even though if I wanted to share my experience, I would say stay away from them as much as you can. But that's not the point. The point is to share our experiences so we can have accurate enough data to make well-informed decisions. And so we need all the data we can get. Like, I talk to any woman about anything all the time because I like to collect data, right? As a Virgo, you know, data is everything. Data is everything. Yeah. Like, without data, I can't think. Like, I won't even make a decision unless I have all the data I can get to make a decision. So it's like, you know, we need you, is what I'm saying. That's why you feel called to share, because even the things that I have learned, I'm only 29, but I follow so many brilliant women. And I don't mean brilliant in the sense of their accolades that they have achieved through a certain career. I mean brilliant as in they have lived their lives through different experiences and have learned beautiful lessons about themselves as individuals that I personally benefit from, whether I choose to follow their steps or not, whether I choose to I don't have to agree with a woman's experience to honor her experience, period, right? Like, even to just listen to a woman experience something, like when I'm listening to a woman experience a beautiful relationship, in my mind, I'm not like, well, he's going to cheat one day. Like, I know a lot of women who are misandrous will say that, but in my mind, I think this is her experience. I'm going to honor the fact that she's in a beautiful relationship, or at least she's perceiving herself in a beautiful relationship. And that's enough for me, right? I'm not going to project my mindset onto this woman who's living a totally different life than I am. Like, I'm going to honor that. Do I agree with like the things that she's doing, right? Maybe she's like, no, I trust my husband with my entire life. Like, would I do that ever? No. But if she can, and she is, and it's benefiting her, that's good for her. And I love the fact that I'm able to get data like that, because it reminds me that although I am a misandrous and I do not like men, there are some good men out there. There really are. There are. Like,
there are, yeah.
You cannot, there's never going to be an extreme all, never, you know, as someone who works in science, like, you can never say that. Like, wow, never. But the words never, or every time, or always, that's not true, right? So when I hear a woman's experience that she's been with a man and it's been working out really well for her, the chances are it could be true.
Could be, yeah. Could be a good guy. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here is the most important thing. Are there good men out there? Yes. How do you attract one? That is what you need to focus on. How do you attract a good man? By being intelligent, period. By being intelligent and being intelligent, period. You have to weed out all, because it's like if I give you a bag of trash and I said there's one little piece of gold in there, just one little tiny piece of gold is worth 1.5 million, but it's in this big thing of trash. This is literally what dating men is like. There's trash and then there's little pieces of gold within the trash. Well, how would you get to the gold?